Hey guys, Mike here from Panther Hollow Sporting Optics. Got another little question and answer video here. This concerns the Element Titan versus the SH4 Gen 2. It's by Christian Bier. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. He was asking about holdover and glass clarity. Glass clarity, I'm going to give to the Titan. I think it's a clearer scope. Now there's obviously different opinions on different scopes. It depends on the guy looking through it. I know for a fact that 3 different guys looked through the SH4 Gen 2 and we all agreed that it was blurry at that mile mark. And it was. The reason I think it's blurry is because we had the erector set topped out. Had his elevation dialed all the way up, and there's a lot of scopes when you dial them all the way up and you look through them, they're not going to be quite as clear as if they were more towards kind of not the dead center of the erector set. That's probably the best, but not quite at the very top of the erector set. So for clarity, I'm going to give that to the Titan because I run the Titan almost at the bottom right now. I say bottom, it's actually the top of the erector. But anyways, long story short, I bottomed that turret out almost. I am 8 mils from the bottom of that erector with a 40 MOA rail. With this setup and a 40 MOA rail in the Titan, I get to 1600 yards. So I definitely have to be doing holdovers with this guy. But the Titan is a more expensive scope, and I think it's a little better built than the SH4. I really think it is. And I'm not only going off of price, but I'm going off of the hours I've spent behind this and the hours I've spent behind the SH4. Now the EP4 is more of a comparison to this guy. The EP4 has more dialable mils or MOA in that scope. This guy here it's like 90 MOA, 23 or 24 mils. I don't remember exactly on that, but the SH4 Gen 2 and the EP4 both have more dialable available than this guy does. Where this guy shines is the glass is a little bit better. And I say a little bit, it's a little bit more than a little bit. It's better glass. The tracking is on these guys has been working on my MOA one especially, working really well. This one here I'm yet to test. I'm just getting this gun zeroed up to start shooting. You will see this gun and this scope combination more and more in more videos. I think that kind of fields that question. I know there's a lot of different guys out there doing reviews on Arkens, Elements, Athlons, and we all have our own opinion. I think where my opinion differs is I spend a lot of time behind these optics. I actually use them. Not saying those other guys don't. I don't know what their practice is. I just know what I do. The 22 up there, that scope has been on several different guns. It has been on my gray 6GT, it's been on my 300 PRC, and now it's on my 22. It just kind of made the round. That has been a great scope for me. You've seen some of my other videos where I took it off and I threw it across the yard. I washed it in dishwater to get all the crap off of it. I remounted, obviously it's going to be off because we remounted it. And I shot all that stuff that I shot with that scope was at 100 yards. That being said, I know a lot about that particular scope. That's one of one that I know about. This is 2 of 2 that I'm going to know about because this is a Milradian version. I'm going to run this scope, I'm going to run it hard, and I'm going to do the stuff that I did with the other scope in a different fashion. I'm going to use the turrets hard. I'm not afraid to twist these turrets and afraid of losing my zero because the other scope has not done that. You can see on my other videos where I've turned those turrets, I'm rough on them. This is stainless steel inside here. The erector set is made very well. I'm not afraid to use this scope. The glass is very clear. If you're comparing this to another scope, you need to compare it more towards the EP4 because that's more of in its price range. The reason those prices they're there and the way they vary, obviously you get a little bit more for a little bit more money. So in my mind, where this sets at, this scope here is not like, doesn't have the cool factor of the track, doesn't have the cool factor of the Arken, but it has its own kind of, it's got its own cool factor. And what I mean by that is the way the turrets feel. I really like the way the turrets feel. Everything's smooth. And this is my second Titan that I'm testing. Again, Christian, I hope that answers your question there. Don D-Trax asked me where this gun was at a mile. I covered that on another video from a different person. This gun's not ready. I was unsatisfied with the action. I've got the action where I want it now. It seems to be running good. That chassis setup is, this color is a color that I got from a place called Atlas Shooting Solutions. They're doing another chassis for me in a custom color. They do some really cool work over there. I had another question. Says, what grain of powder do you run in your GT? So my 6mm GT, I use Hodgkin's Varget powder. We shot the mile with a 109 Burger hybrid with a bench rest primer with 33.5 grains of Varget. I load to about magazine length on those GT rounds. It seems to work really well. They're really predictable. So I've had a lot of good luck with that load. Now the Hornady rounds shoot pretty good too, but I'm seeing a better BC, and when I say that, it just takes less MOA to get to the mile than it did with the Hornady stuff. I like Hornady. I run a lot of Hornady stuff, but there again, it's just what I've got more time vested in. I've spent a lot of time with Burgers and a lot of time with Hornady, and for long range, I like the Burgers a little bit better. Another guy asked me what bipod this was. This is the MDT bipod. This is the SkyPod. See if we can get that in view there. That is the SkyPod. I like it a lot. I've not been using it as much. I've been using my Warren bipod. If I was to have to pick between the two, I would, for the money, the Warren's pretty good. This one here, I just don't got as much time behind. Again, this is Mike from Panther Hollow Sporting Optics. If you guys have a question, leave me a email at panthercreekautomation@mail.com. That's panthercreekautomation@mail.com. And or just leave a comment, and I'll try to get the comments for you. We're having a lot of good luck with the Titans. We don't have any Athlons ETRs left. They're all gone. Another guy asked about an ATR. I'm going to be getting some Aries ETRs in again, and I'm going to be getting some Midas Tacs. I have some Arkens coming. So you guys stay tuned, stay posted up, keep watching videos, keep subscribing. I appreciate you guys watching. And if you guys are interested, we do have team shirts. These are Element shirts. Have the logo on the back, Range Reaper, Arken on the front. I'm going to be selling these shirts for $25 if you guys are interested. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. This is Mike with Panther Hollow. You guys have a safe week, a safe weekend, however this video finds you. Thank you.